What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy again, and I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. This is kind of like a little rant, you know, on in response of people commenting on my last two videos about my review of Avengers Endgame. First, I just wanted to let you guys know, if I haven't already, I am an in-depth comic book nerd, geek, specialist, whatever label title you want to give me. I've been collecting comics since I was 7. All genres: Marvel, DC, Image, Archie. Like I know when it comes to comics, I know my shit. You know, and that's why I was so disappointed with Avengers Endgame, because now that I did the video and tons of people in favor of what I was saying, basically, a lot of them said things that I haven't said on those last videos because either I didn't think of it or I wanted to wait to see what other people, how they would respond to see if they picked it up. But, you know, uh, as a whole, like, I feel like Endgame was a big political feminist play, because how do you cut the balls off of two of the strongest characters in Avengers, like Hulk and Thor, but all of a sudden now that whatchamacallit, what's her name? Captain Marvel, this chick with her whole with her whole feminist agenda, you know, all of a sudden Hulk and Thor look like bitches. Bitches. Now, I read one comic on one of my last videos where this guy was saying how Thor being fat and a pussy made sense to the movie and helped progress the movie along. And Hulk, the way they portrayed well, you can't really call him Hulk, like Bruce Banner / Hulk, Professor Hulk or whatever. The portrayal of him in the movie was also on point, and it helped progress the movie. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. And I'm really not sorry. I'm not sorry. Yeah, I'm sure plenty of you guys gonna say whatever the fuck you're gonna say in the comics, in the comment section. But if anybody's supporting Avengers Endgame and saying this is a banging ass movie, you're dumb as fuck. If Avengers Endgame is a amazing movie, then fucking Justice League is an amazing movie. At least we didn't have to worry about a fat, depressed Superman, too depressed to fly because he died and got killed against Doomsday or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This one guy, he said the way they did the approach with Thor made sense because he felt like he failed and he went through a state of depression, and he was like, who wouldn't under those circumstances be depressed? You never been depressed over something so dramatic that changed your life and da 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 da. Yes, I have. And I did not become a fat fuck because of it. Now, on the Thor part of it, let me debunk that real quick. If Thor was that depressed over missing Thanos' head in Infinity War that caused him to look the way he looked after they killed Thanos, they killed their present Thanos because Thanos destroyed the gems and Thor felt like he felt. Why did he go in that same state of depression after the events of Thor Dark World? Thor Dark World, where his mom died. This man don't have no parents. If anything would make me turn into a fat, depressed, lazy fuck, it would be my mom dying. That would be what would do it. But his mom was killed. He could blame himself for that shit. You know, all up Jane's ass, couldn't see what was going on over here. Why didn't he blame himself for that? Why didn't he get all fat and out of shape and pathetic over that? What about when Odin died? And to me, Odin, you know, as far as like the series goes, the cinematic series, Odin had a bit, for some reason, I don't know why. Maybe because I've seen more of Odin. Odin had more of a bigger impact. His death had more of a bigger impact than Thor's mom dying. But he was still, you know, man, you lost your mom and your father. And he was still cool, you know, throwing out jokes, you know, joking around with people in Planet Sakaar, doing the gladiator games, like throughout that entire movie. You know, he was cool. Oh, mom died in part 2 of my movie. My dad's dead in part 3 of my movie. I'm cool. Who of great significance died in Infinity War, where Thor had to feel like he's all depressed? The majority, if not all, damn near all of his Asgardian brethren died in Ragnarok. Heimdall is dead. The what do you call it? The Brothers 3? The Brothers 3 is dead. What the fuck happened to what's this chick's name? It's not Lilith. Is that it? Lilith? I can't remember. Oh, damn, I can't remember her name. She was in Thor 1. She's an Asgardian too. She's a warrior. I don't even know what the fuck happened to her. But you might as well say that she's dead. Her and the not Brothers 3. Excuse me, Facebook. I'm all fucked up. I just got out of work. Excuse me. But the Warriors 3. Is it Lady Sif? Lady Sif and the Warriors 3? But anyway, those are supposed to be his homies. His ride or die since the first Thor. They died in Ragnarok. He didn't get all depressed and fat and out of shape, you know, bitched up over that. He didn't get all depressed and out of shape over his parents dying. He didn't get all fat and depressed out of shape for 75-80% of his Asgardian brethren, his brothers and sisters dying. But all of a sudden, you're supposed to make me believe after the events of Infinity War and them killing their president Thanos in the beginning of Endgame, realizing that they can't bring anybody back. He's supposed to get all depressed and fat and out of shape. This man is thousands, according to the lore, according to the comics, he's thousands of years old. Thor is battle hardened. There is nothing he shouldn't have already experienced as far as like war and battle and loss. You know what I'm saying? So that's bullshit. There's no reason for him to look for them to portray him that way unless you're just trying to cut off the balls of one of the most powerful characters in the series. Hulk. Professor Hulk. I seen Professor Hulk. When he goes Professor Hulk now, he's called Dr. Green. Doc Green single-handedly, or Professor Hulk in the comics, maybe like a year or two ago, single-handedly beat every gamma charged being in the Marvel comics. He created a serum that will turn everyone that been exposed by either his blood or gamma radiation back human. And he hunted them down one by one. Rick Jones, when he was A-bomb, kicked his ass, ejected him with the serum, turned him human. Betty Ross, kicked her ass, or kind of like let her beat on him a little bit. It wasn't really phasing him. Ejected her with the serum. She's human. What do you call General Ross, Red Hulk, whooped his. That was 2 series of some awesome awesome whoop ass, back and forth between the two of them. But eventually, Green Hulk, he won, broke his arm, you know what I'm saying? Bit off his fingers and shit, injected him with the serum, and turn him back normal. There was also like a small group of like some lesser gamma charged like Hulk beings. It's like 4 or 5 of them. Never seen them before until like the events of Professor Hulk, and he was like creating a cure, and he cured them all, whooped all their asses, cured them all. There's even a character, I can't remember her name. I cannot remember her name, but she's supposed to be the daughter of the Hulk. But she was born as a Hulk, just like Scar was born a Hulk. Like, you can't turn them human because that's the way they are. They was never human. They was born as Hulks. Incredible Hulk banished her into some dimension. He has no idea where he banished her at. Haven't seen her since. We don't know what happened to Scar. I'm assuming that he's dead. His son. Who else? I mean, I could just go on and on. And this is him as Bruce Banner Hulk or Professor Hulk or whatever. Also in this series as Bruce Banner Hulk or Professor Hulk, he went to Iron Fist and had Iron Fist train him in some martial arts so he can better fight General Ross. All the intelligence that the vast intelligence Bruce Banner has. You mean to tell me because he has the mind of Bruce Banner now that he still can't be a powerhouse in this movie? He was so weak, guys, that when Thanos, third act, Thanos just rained missiles, just leveled everything, all Avengers, like HQ, just leveled it. Everybody was like sinking in the bottom of the earth, and Avengers headquarters was like falling on top of them. Hulk, the way they had Hulk was holding up Avengers, Bruce Banner. He was holding up Avengers HQ, and that scene is the same scene that we seen, or that those of us that know seen in like old school books where it's like the Avengers teamed up and Hulk was like holding up the entire island of Manhattan, you know what I'm saying? But this Hulk here, he was losing it. Like the building was gonna crush them. It took Ant-Man to go Giant Man to get that building off of him. Weak. There's no excuse for that. Because the same guy that comment on one of my other videos that was talking about, oh, it makes sense, this and that and the third. He also said, oh, we can't always see Hulk smash this and Hulk smash that. First off, why not? That's what he's known for. That's like seeing another Justice League movie and we don't see Flash run. And everyone said, oh, we can't see Flash run we can't expect him to run all the time. It'd be good for him to do something different. What are you talking about? That's what Hulk is known for. Strength, rage, power. That's what he's known for. This is what I would have done with the Hulk. Instead of have Hawkeye and Black Widow go to that world to get the Soul Gem, I would have had Hulk and Black Widow go to that world to get the Soul Gem. Where Widow, probably like did like threw a flash grenade or temporarily blind Bruce Banner so she can run and jump and kill herself. And that would have had a bigger impact and show how emotional, how hurt he was over what transpired with Black Widow. Because in the movie, he really wasn't that distraught to me, considering their like on again, off again little romantic relationship since, in my opinion, Avengers 1. Right? So She kills herself. He gets the soul gem. He's all fucked up. He gets the soul gem. Let him wreck the area where Red Skull is keeping guard of the soul gem. Let him wreck that area. Then he teleport back to Earth. He's all fucked up, distraught. He has to tell the rest of the Avengers what happened to Natasha. You know, and then after Thanos shows up, right? And everyone shows up, you know, and Captain America does his big Avengers assemble, have Hulk, like, as soon as he sees Thanos, maybe he's fighting somebody else, and he sees Thanos fighting Thor and Captain America and Iron Man from the distance, and he's thinking about Black Widow and what happened. And you go into his mind and show a different Hulk. Come on. And you can even like show, when you go into his mind, show different personalities of the Hulk. Like you just have different Hulks. Have the Hulk that we've been seeing in Avengers, Savage Hulk, you know, or somewhat savage. Show Gray Hulk, Joe Fixit, and then show a new Hulk that emerges. World War Hulk. Show him. He's livid. No one can touch him. No, he's going through everything just to get to Thanos. Fucking Thanos is up. Fucking his ass up. Fucking him up. That would have been hot. I would excuse all the passive bullshit behavior and Hawk dabbing in the diner. Hawk dabbing? That's a good progression to Avengers Endgame. Seeing a Hawk dab and take selfie with some kids. Like, oh my God, man, y'all just drinking this Kool-Aid, man. Y'all just drinking the Kool-Aid. But you know what? Hollywood depend on you guys. People that's able to like watch these movies and be like, oh, it's still a good film. There's nothing wrong with it. It helps with the progression of they depend on you guys because Hollywood now know, especially like these comic book based studios, they now know that they can just throw any piece of bullshit in front of your face and you guys will still be like, oh, yeah. If the masses is saying, oh, this is great, then you one of them drones that's gonna say, oh, I think it's great too. If Avengers Endgame is so great, Justice League is fucking amazing. Batman v Superman is fucking amazing. Amazing. There's nothing anybody could say to me that can make me believe that now, after Endgame, and people are supporting Endgame the way they are, that it's not just fanboy service. You know, oh, people just going to support Marvel because Marvel got a track record of making good movies. But they still could make some shitty ones too, and they have, you know. But when the shitty ones come, people just ignore it. And then they can't really argue with you that much with the events in the movie. So they'll say, oh, but it made an X amount of dollars worldwide. It made X amount of dollars, you know, this past weekend. And it made X amount of dollars, you know, in 2 weeks, you know, worldwide, you know, whatever. Who cares? It still sucks. It's Marvel. It's going to make, might as well just call it Disney. It's going to make billions of dollars. It's going to make millions of dollars. It doesn't matter. Like, it's Marvel. Of course it's going to make millions and millions of dollars. Of course. Who cares? Captain Marvel was a huge piece of crap. I don't know why people are saying that you need to see this movie in order to see Endgame. No, you don't. No, you don't. It was crap. And it still made millions. So you can't tell me that people ain't just, you know, just dick riding Marvel. And when DC come out, you know, say, oh, before the movie even come out, you know, oh, it look like it sucks, this and that and the third. And then when the movie come out, you really try to shit on it, you know. Like, I haven't heard anybody really praise the real Captain Marvel, the Shazam movie, which was amazing. You know, I haven't heard anybody really, you know, praise that movie. Ain't nobody talked about it. Nobody talked about how much money it made. Nothing. It's not on like television like that. It's not getting the same media and networking like this push Captain Marvel. They need it. It's all hands on deck when it comes to Brie Larson and this Captain Marvel thing. It's all hands on deck because she sucked as a person, and I think they know that. I don't know who dick she sucked. Maybe it was Kevin Feige or whatever the fuck, but they are definitely backing the shit out of her. And no matter what she says, no matter what she does, no matter how much she suck as a Captain Marvel character, they just gonna back her. I saw a Instagram picture of what's her name, Kylie Jenner. I think Kylie Jenner, the youngest billionaire female chick, the Kardashian youngest sister or whatever she is. She was dressed as for her man's birthday. Her man was dressed as not Captain Marvel, Iron Man, and she was dressed as Captain Marvel, and she looked fucking amazing. Curves, she just looked great. She looked great in the suit. Her outfit didn't look like it was falling off of her body like it did with Brie Larson. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just talking about the look. I'm not talking about any acting chops or anything. I'm just talking about the appearance. I just don't understand why anybody would say that, the approach for, Thor and Hulk is justifiable. Like what's next? That's like, all right, let's say we get an X-Men movie. Like, I'm not even talking about Dark Phoenix, a Marvel-based X-Men movie. And that'd be like a trilogy or something. We don't know it's a trilogy, but it ended up being a trilogy. And one of the final, baddies as far as X-Men lore, who's like the biggest of the bad? One of the biggest. I guess you could just say Apocalypse. Nah, Onslaught, my nigga. Onslaught. And let's say in this trilogy, X-Men 2, Onslaught kills a lot of human beings. Racist, prejudiced human beings that don't like mutants in the first fucking place. Along with some, some of the, mutant friends, fellow X-Men, whatever. Are you mean to tell me by X-Men 3, I was supposed to see a fat-ass Wolverine? Because he's all in his feelings and he felt like he failed or whatever. How about a fat Colossus? And when he armors up, you just got this big old armored belly. What about in Justice League? What if you see another Justice League where they failed against Darkseid or something? Am I going to expect to see a fat Flash who can't run anymore? He just wave his hands real fast, like, he can't physically run anymore. And people will eat that shit up. I don't get it. I don't get it. How about an Aquaman that drowns, when he tries to swim in the ocean and he can't speak to fish anymore because he's depressed over some bullshit that heroes failing in their adventures, like battles, failure is all part of the game. There is no such thing as a hero that wins every fight. And I don't give a shit what anybody say. My favorite superhero, the strongest of them all, in my opinion, I don't give a damn what anybody say. The granddaddy of superheroes, Superman. And even Superman don't win all his fights. Superman don't win all his fights. But he gets his ass back up and he tries again. There's been times where Lois has actually been killed. Superman been tricked to believe Lois been killed, and there's been times where Lois had been killed and brought back by. Oh no! Technical difficulties. Don't worry about it. Anyway, yeah, and Superman brought Lois back, but in the meantime he wasn't. He didn't get all fat up, like he didn't get fat and out of shape and all, in his feelings because of what happened. He got his ass back up and he did something about it. So, like this, I'm sorry, guys. Like the movie was trash, and it wasn't just because of the Hulk and Thor. I didn't agree with Captain America giving Falcon the shield. Falcon is not an enhanced human being. He should have gave the shield to Buck. Buck is the next Captain America. Buck is the one. Buck becomes Captain America several times. And I'm talking about events that's happened when I was like in middle school. Bucky became Captain America numerous of times. Years before the idea of making Falcon Captain America even like came up. Why wouldn't you? You know, I just don't get it. It would make more. It would make more sense. You know, because Bucky, he is a super soldier like Captain America. You know, like it. And I still don't agree with Black Widow dying. Like, why would you kill Black Widow? Even if like that idea I said about Hulk becoming World War Hulk, I would have introduced like Betty Ross, you know, and had like Betty travel with them to that area to get the Soul Stone, and Betty ends up sacrificing. Now that would make him flip the fuck out over some Betty. But it was just so much, man. And I really didn't want to like sit here and rant as long as I did. But stop trying to tell me, if you guys like the movie, that's fine. You know, good for you. You know, but don't tell me that this movie was amazing and Hulk and Thor was the way they're supposed to be. You're full of shit. You're full of shit. And I guarantee you another thing too. Now that the narrative of the world is changing, and now that narrative is bleeding into our, you know, beloved comic book lore and movies and stuff like that, I guarantee you ain't gonna never see a fat ass Captain Marvel or any other female that's fat and out of shape, you know, like that. See how far the Me Too movement and all them bitches fucking come in and be like, oh, you trying to make women look bad, you're fat shaming some kind of way, or you know what I'm saying? Like, this system of things have gotten the men of this country afraid to do anything. Quick point. There's a new director that's supposed to redo the Ghostbusters. And completely disregarding, I'm about to drop this shit again. Completely disregarding that all-female cast bullshit that we had a few years back. Now, is it bullshit because of all-female cast? No. But it's bullshit because the movie sucked ass. And I don't want to see an all-female cast Ghostbusters. You know, add some women in it. You know, if that was me, and if I was had made the movie, it would have been like the children of the original Ghostbusters. You know what I'm saying? Have like Egon have like 2 kids, have like you know, what do you call it? What's the I can't remember. Was it Ray? Ray have a child. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Even what's her name? The receptionist. I can't remember her name. You know, have her kids, you know, also in the mix of the ghost. Maybe she has like twins. She has like 2 girls, or a boy and a girl. You know, maybe the other guys have like a girl, a daughter, or something like that too. You know, mix it up. Don't be doing all this all girl stuff and then expect us to believe in it and be like, oh, this is amazing. It's not amazing. And this guy, this new director that's gonna redo Ghostbusters, he's already getting, you know, flack over doing an all-male cast. Is he doing an all-male cast? I don't know if they said he's doing an all-male cast. He just say, what I do know is he said he's gonna redo Ghostbusters, and he's disregarding the last Ghostbusters movie. Like, this Ghostbusters movie that's coming out is supposed to pick up after the original Ghostbusters 2. Yes, Ghostbusters 2. And I can't remember this chick. I can't remember her ugly ass chick from Saturday Night Live, talking all kinds of shit about it. You know, talking all kinds of shit about it. We are living in a world where men can't do anything anymore. And we're letting them do this to us. Now they're ruining our movies. How would they feel if some guy made another series or movie to Sex in the City? Sex in the City was an all-female cast. And how would they feel if they made an all-male cast? Well, if it was series or a movie. I bet it'll be hell to pay then. What about Golden Girls? Golden Boys or something? Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep it 100. Stop forcing this bullshit down our throats. And if those of you that like it, love it. Whatever. If you guys like it, I love it. But don't come to me and tell me that I'm supposed to love it. I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to do that. I'm supposed to think this way. I'm supposed to think that way. Nah, I'm an individual. You know, I'm not a drone. You know, can't nobody tell me how to think. I look at something, I perceive it. If it's good, I'll say it. If it sucks, I'll say it. You know, and this is not about, you know, when it comes to the whole feminist movement and all that, this is not about bashing women. I'm not bashing women. If y'all feel that way, my apologies. I'm not bashing women. I just don't want the whole feminist garbage, you know, thrown in my face all the time. When I'm trying to escape the real world, now you guys trying to like put the bullshit that I'm trying to escape from in the movies, you know, in the outlet that I'm using to escape the real world. Like, how? That's not, like, come on, man, that's not right. Man, I don't know. I got so much more I want to say, but again, if you guys like that movie, that's great. But don't tell me I'm supposed to like it, because the movie is trash. The movie is trash. And if you guys so adamant in trying to convince me that the movie is great, then Justice League is great. And Batman v Superman is great. And if you guys don't like what I had to say, then you can kiss my ass. And I'll holler at y'all in the next review. Peace!